Hello everyone, this is Valeria Teichert for Art 111. This is my project number 2, and I chose to do a deep dive on the art piece Transfiguration by Raphael. This art piece was created anywhere from 1516 to 1520. The creator of this painting is Raphael, and it is a oil tempera painting. This painting is a Christian art piece made in the High Renaissance period. During the High Renaissance period, Christianity was really spreading throughout Europe and even America, and that is why they chose to paint the Transfiguration process, which in the painting, if you look up top, you can see Jesus and he is seemingly glowing, and everyone behind him is looking forward to him or even looking up to him because he seems to be the Almighty One, which is what they try to show everyone through the High Renaissance period with this Christianic art. It currently resides in the Victorian Museums, and it stands at 410 centimeters long and 279 centimeters across. And it is located in the Pinacoteca, Vatican, and Vatican City. Now, it is interesting that this is an oil painting because it is fairly tall, and it really just lets you see why it took so many years for it to be finished and how Raphael spent so much time on it. And even right before his death, he was still working on this magnificent piece of art. The history of this art piece is that it was started in 1517, and he painted this art piece with the intention of showing the last judgment or the final defeat of the devil, which is the Transfiguration process. The painting was finished right before Raphael's death in 1520, and Transfiguration was Raphael's last artwork and remains to be one of his best and most remembered artworks. The meaning of the Transfiguration painting is that there are multiple meanings of a specific artwork. The first and most common interpretation of this painting represents the Last Judgment led by Jesus Christ. The Last Judgment is a very big defeat of the devil. It kind of serves as the final war. That's what it is known as in the Bible and in the Christianic community. It is the final war, and Jesus comes down to save everyone, which is why if you look to the side, you see all these people, and they're seemingly afraid of Jesus, but also looking up to him, and their spirits flying up to him because he is the Savior, and he is the person that ends this war. There is one other meaning that is more underground, and is that an epileptic boy gets cured, and this shows the link between his treatment and Christ's healing power, and then the boy gets saved because of Jesus Christ, which is also seemingly comes from the Christianic community that Jesus is the Almighty Healer. The symbolism of this painting is that there is a connection between Jesus, earth, and heaven. Everything is all connected. This on the side over here is not the actual painting, but it is sort of like a representation of it. It's kind of like summarized and put all together. It's all the same characters, just in a different format. But Jesus is still glowing, and there's still seemingly like a little bit of darkness underneath with the colors that he has used. And as we get to the top, we see that the red turns into a pink and the orange turns into a yellow, making it lighter, leading up to Jesus. This painting shows the glorified version of Jesus's body and the resurrection, and that is the Transfiguration process. It also emphasizes that Jesus is the Almighty Healer and that he is the glorified one and that everyone looks up to him. The color and meaning of this piece is quite unique. The colors are very vibrant, but they clash very well. He uses bright colors and neutral tones to show the importance within the painting. Like I said earlier, how we see how the reds turn into pinks and the oranges turn into yellows, and how the blue is dark, but then it becomes lighter as it's leading up to Jesus Christ, even in the clouds. And we see that white, yellowish ring around Jesus, which makes him seemingly glow in front of the whole painting. Another thing that's important within this painting is to look at how the people hold out their hands and how they are pointing at the person that needs healing in the corner held by the person in green. This really just shows that everyone is looking up to Jesus, which is why the Transfiguration process shows how everyone leads up to Jesus. The two souls look up to Jesus. The woman in the pink is hiding but still facing Jesus. No matter where you hide, you're still going to be in contact with Jesus. Every single person within this painting has a connection to Jesus. Their faces are glowing line on the top of their heads are glowing because Jesus is glowing. He overlooks everyone in this painting, and that is why the color is so significant within this piece. Even with the symbolism, with Jesus coming down to save them and bring them back up to heaven, we still see the symbolism even in the colors that are deferred in this painting. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and then these are all the citations, and most of the pictures come from these citations, and the information come from the same links.